Ladies and gentlemen, smash that subscribe button right now because what I am about to show you will make you check your grocery receipts twice and question everything you thought you knew about the economy is recovering BS. If you don't want to be the person still wondering why your 500 Rand grocery budget now buys you 3 items and nothing but a packet of chippies, you need to stay tuned to the Truth Report. Watch this. You're standing in a checkers queue. Your trolley is loaded with what you think are basic groceries. The cashier starts scanning. Beep, 50 Rand. Beep, 89 Rand. Beep, 127 Rand. And suddenly you're having that out-of-body experience where you're watching your bank balance commit suicide in real time. Well, congratulations. You haven't lost your mind, buddy. You're being financially mugged by your own grocery list. Maybe even more than those that would mug you on the street, for that matter. The Pietermaritzburg Economic Justice and Dignity Group just dropped their latest bombshell. The average household food basket now costs 5,442 Rand and 72 cents. But that's only 41 cents more than last month, summer. Oh, you sweet summer child. That 41 cents drop is like getting a 1 Rand discount on a Ferrari. It's technically true, but it's completely meaningless when you still can't afford the damn thing. But here's the real kicker. That same basket cost 200 Rand less just 1 year ago. We're talking about a 3.6% year-on-year increase. That's not inflation, that is highway robbery with a fancy economic term. Beef is up 5% because apparently cows have now decided they are worth more than politicians' promises. Muhodu, beef tripe, jumped 7%. Yes, even the cow's stomach lining thinks it's premium real estate now. And full cream milk shot up 5%, even because the cows have now turned to gold diggers and are also demanding cost of living adjustments. The only things getting cheaper, if you want me to be honest with you, is maize meal. That dropped 5% and then salt fell 4%. So basically you can afford to eat bland porridge while crying salty tears. How's that for economic progress, my tax-paying South Africans? Here's where the story, though, goes from concerning to absolutely ridiculous. The national minimum wage for July was 5,297 Rand and 36 cents. The food basket costs 5,442 Rand and 72 cents. The minimum wage is less than the cost of basic groceries. That is what I'm trying to say. If you work full-time on minimum wage in South Africa, you literally cannot afford to feed your family. Not it's tight, you cannot, as in mathematically impossible. The PMBEJD, I hope I said that right, found that families are under spending on food by 39.4%. That is not budgeting, that is forced starvation with a spreadsheet. While families are literally cutting meals, politicians are probably munching on parliamentary catering, going, but the month-on-month decrease shows that there is positive trends around here. Don't listen to what Summer or the Truth Report says. A 41-cent decrease while electricity prices are about to jump 12.74% next year is like putting a band-aid on a severed artery while someone stabs you in the other arm at the same time. NERSA, NERSA, has approved electricity increases of 12.74% for 2025-2026, 5.36% for 2026-2027, and 6.19% for 2027-2028. So not only will you not be able to afford food, you won't be able to cook it. The price chaos isn't even consistent across the country. Springbok, 5,735 Rand. Even in the middle of nowhere, it's expensive now. Johannesburg, 5,656 Rand. At least the crime is free. Tuba, I think I said it right, 5,487 Rand. Big city problems, eh? But a small place, Cape Town, 5,371 Rand. The mother city trying to be merciful. Durban, 5,358. Coastal living with inland crying. And Pietermaritzburg is 5,092 Rand. The cheapest option That's still ridiculously expensive. But wait, there's more. You need another 1,021 Rand monthly just to not smell like a taxi rank. So 5,442 for food plus 1,021 for hygiene equals 6,463 for basics. Minimum wage, 5,297. So you're 1,166 Rand short of transport, food, and clothes. Sorry if I'm stuttering, all right? Numbers sometimes. We produce maize, beef, dairy, but somehow by the time it gets to Pick and Pay, it costs more than a small car payment per month. It's like living next to a river and then dying of thirst because water costs 50 Rand per glass. Food inflation hit 4.7%, while headline inflation was 3%. Translation: the stuff you need to survive is getting expensive faster than everything else. This hits lower income groups the hardest. No, no kidding. You don't say, of course it does. When your entire budget goes to not starving, a 5% milk increase isn't just inconvenient, it's a family crisis. For millions of South Africans, the economic recovery politicians, quote unquote, what they talk about is invisible. This food crisis isn't coming, it's already here, like the Trump sanctions. When working people cannot afford basic nutrition, when families underspend on food by 40%, that is not economic hardship, that is nothing but economic warfare against the poor, not the politicians with their big bennies and red ties. This isn't about food prices. It's about the fundamental breakdown of the social contract. When working full-time cannot provide basic nutrition, when children have to go to school hungry, not from neglect, but because their parents literally can't afford food, that is not an economy, that is humanitarian crisis level with a stock exchange. Tell me if I'm telling lies. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Truth Report, do it now. When politicians say everything is fine, when economists celebrate positive indicators, remember these numbers. Remember these numbers I told you. Those numbers you were laughing at me for stuttering for. Remember families choosing between food and rent. Remember that in one of South Africa's most resource-rich countries, working people cannot afford to eat. That is not normal. This is not normal. This is not acceptable, good people. And this is not sustainable. We are not experiencing economic recovery. We are doing nothing but witnessing economic violence against the poor, wrapped in fancy statistics, and served with political gaslighting. That is why, folks, you need to smash that Truth Report subscribe button. Smash the Summer Sambit subscribe button and share this with everyone who needs to understand what is really happening and stay informed. The grocery store checkout isn't just where you pay for food anymore. It's literally where you confront the brutal reality of an economy that has failed its people. Stay informed, stay sharp, and most importantly, stay angry. Angry enough to demand the South Africa we all deserve as a tax-paying citizen. This is the Summer Sambit, and like always, the Truth Report and I will see you next time.